Today, to truly understand mindful presence, I'd like to introduce one aspect of MIDL. And this is the way that we understand attention. Attention in MIDL has two parts. It has the background peripheral awareness of all our sensory experience. This background peripheral awareness is passive. By being passive, I mean that we don't do it. The background peripheral awareness of everything happens by itself. This contains sights and sounds, and smells and tastes. It contains experiences within your body, and also experiences within your mind. When we're developing mindful presence, we're concerned with becoming more aware of, more present in this background peripheral awareness. Within this peripheral awareness, there is a focal point. And in MIDL, it's this focal point, this point of focus within peripheral awareness that we refer to as attention. Attention is the focus point that can move around within this background peripheral awareness. And what this focus point rests on, this attention rests on, goes to the foreground of our attention. It comes to the front of our experience, and everything else rests in that background. Now, the focus of attention is like the zoom lens on a camera. This lens can zoom in very, very close, just in on one thing. Or it can also zoom out and take many objects within the focus of that attention. So our attention has a zoom. We can come into the fine sensations within our breathing, or we can zoom the lens of our attention out to take in our whole body. The best way to understand this is to experience it. So just relaxing in your body right now, relaxing effort. And relaxing effort within your mind. That's it. Feeling this mindful presence growing within your body. Enjoying it. Now I'd like you to open the focus of your attention out to the borders of your body. Becoming very aware of the borders of your body. The borders around your arms and your hands. Your head, your legs, your feet. You may notice that as your attention is opened out, the borders of your body become more clear to you. Now, to really observe attention as the focus of awareness, Touch one thumb on the other, placing it in your lap. Now focus in on that point of touch. Notice that as you focus your attention in on that touch of your thumbs, the touch of your thumbs become more clear to you. And the borders of your body begin to fade. Can you notice that? You can? Yeah, also? Now, while the touch of your thumbs has become clear, can you also notice in the background a peripheral awareness of your body, a peripheral awareness of sounds and all other experiences? So your attention resting on the touch of your thumbs has brought that touch to the foreground of your experience. And peripheral awareness of your body to the background. Now release your thumbs and open the focus of that attention back out to the borders of your body. Until the borders of your body become very clear. When the focus of attention is opened up to the borders of our body, we're very aware of the peripheral awareness resting within our body. This is what's referred to as the first G in the Goss formula, ground. And this is the establishment of a mindful presence. Mindful presence, or kayagata sati, mindfulness immersed within our body, contains both a mindful presence and also a grounding of attention within our body, within the borders of our body. When both peripheral awareness and attention are grounded within the body, we have a mindful presence. And now we have a foundation for the development of samatha, and most importantly, the development of insight into the anatta nature of the mind. Anatta in regards to its autonomous by itself nature. When awareness and attention is grounded in this way, we have a viewing platform for observing the mind. Whenever your mind wanders, what's really happening is your attention is wandering. Your mind has taken that attention from your body, from your breathing, and it's now applying it to something else. It's applying the focus of that attention to a sound that you heard. It's applying the focus of that attention to a thought, to a memory, to a fantasy. It's attention that wanders. And during that wander, what the mind does habitually is it tries to focus attention onto an object to feed it. We can think of attention as being an electrical plug that gets plugged in. when our mind brings our attention to anything, be that kusala, wholesome or skillful, be that akusala, unwholesome or unskillful, whatever our mind rests that attention on, whatever it's focusing on, it plugs that attention in and it feeds energy into that. It's that feeding of energy into the thought, into the memory, into the fantasy, into the love, into the gratitude that allows these things to grow. This is what the Buddha was referring to when he was talking about appropriate attention and inappropriate attention. To be very careful of where our attention rests. Where our attention rests, energy goes. This is why it's really important to separate peripheral awareness from the focal point within that awareness, attention. It allows us to observe what our mind is feeding. Is it wholesome? Is it skillful? Is it unwholesome? Is it unskillful? And the GOS formula and the applying of softening, relaxing, letting go. Its purpose is to observe this and soften, relax the focus of that attention. We notice that the mind habitually focuses in on something, and we soften, relax that effort, let it go, putting the attention out of focus, and naturally the attention comes back to the borders of our body, and awareness rests again within our body. And what makes this really easy to observe, be it in seated meditation or in daily life, is kaya gata sati. It's the immersing of awareness within our body and the establishing of mindfulness within it. And this introduces another understanding of attention in regards to MIDL being separated into peripheral awareness and the focal point. Peripheral awareness and the focal point, attention, feed from the same energy pool. They draw energy from the same place, and this is really important to understand as an insight meditator. When your attention focuses in on an object, on a sound, on a thought, on a memory, on a fantasy, when it focuses in on doubt, on frustration, on anger, on loneliness, that focus of that attention plugs into that experience and it feeds energy into it. And as it feeds energy into it, it will draw energy away from the peripheral awareness and put it into that attention. In this, you'll start to notice peripheral awareness fade. As you progress in MIDL, you'll start to develop samatha, deeper calm, relaxation during mindfulness breathing. As we start to develop that calm, our samadhi starts to mature and our attention starts to focus in on very refined experiences within our breathing. From the in and out breath to the length of the breath, to changing sensations within the breath at the tip of the nose, to one point of breath sensation. As your attention becomes more refined, it requires more of that energy. And the energy will start to draw away from your peripheral awareness. What you may notice, or what you will notice, is that your sensory experience starts to shut down. The body disappears, sounds start to become distant, far away. The functions of your intellectual mind will start to close down. All your senses will start to shut down. The more energy that goes into attention, the more peripheral awareness shuts down. If you haven't experienced this during mindfulness of breathing, maybe you've watched a movie before. You go into the movie theatre, you sit down, and you're aware of all the other people in the theatre. The movie starts to play up on the screen, and you're still aware of people rustling with popcorn, making noise, but you focus your attention on the movie, following what's happening within it. At some stage, your attention starts to focus in on that screen, and your background peripheral awareness of the movie theatre, of other people around you, of those sounds, and of your body disappears, and you absorb into the movie. The mind's really good at absorbing into things. Yeah? What has happened here is you become attention heavy, and all the energy is being drawn away from your peripheral awareness, and your peripheral awareness of everything closes down. Then at some stage during the movie, you suddenly go, oh, I'm in a movie theatre, there's other people around me. Have you ever experienced that? Yeah, I've experienced that too. It's like a shock. It's like, wow. And then it takes a while to get into the movie again. It takes a while for that attention to develop, to become strong, that focus. So your peripheral awareness of everyone and everything closes down. And when you're focused in that attention in the movie, you also start to identify with the characters, their emotions. You start to feel fear and love and lust or whatever. All these different feelings start to come up. And this is because your peripheral awareness is closed down. The same thing's happening in meditation with distraction. The same thing happens when you forget you're meditating. You become absorbed in to some object created by your mind. What we do as MIDL meditators is, through those stages of relaxing, letting go, we learn to very clearly perceive this background peripheral awareness. And then we learn to actually see and experience that focal point of attention as being separate from that peripheral awareness. So this will allow you, when we move on to development of samatha, of calm, relaxation, tranquility, moving on to access, concentration, and jhana, to gradually refine your attention while still keeping some energy in your background peripheral awareness so you don't lose it. This will stop objects in your background peripheral awareness from impinging on your attention, but it will also train your mind in always keeping a background peripheral awareness within your daily life. This will also allow you to develop Vipassana insight. Because from this foundation of mindfulness of body, because of the developed sensitivity to this peripheral awareness, and of course finding the pleasure in it, so your mind wants to abide, wants to rest there, you'll start to notice when your mind applies attention towards something and starts to feel attracted towards it or averse towards it. Why? Because your peripheral awareness of your body will start to fade. Your mind will start to suck energy out of your body and put it into your attention. You'll put it into that wanting of this, not wanting of that. This is why we develop mindful presence in meditation skill number 3 in MIDL. We begin to define attention as two separate experiences, as peripheral awareness and the focal point within it. This will also allow you to develop Vipassana insight. When practicing mindfulness of breathing, developing calm, tranquility, there will be times when your mind will go into a Vipassana cycle. And in a Vipassana cycle, the mind is averse towards everything. It's seeing everything come and go. It generally has an unpleasant feeling to it. And overall, it could be summarized as a mind that's a mess. So we use this to our advantage. We soften, relax effort in our body, grounding awareness, and we allow our attention to wander. Allow your mind to take any object as a focus of attention, not controlling it anymore. We sit there present and observe attention wander. Observe where our mind brings attention to, what it focuses on. If it grabs onto something, we apply gos. We soften, relax, let go of that effort. Smiling into it, enjoying it. And as we do, attention goes out of focus and awareness and energy comes back into our body and presence is established again. It's exactly this same process in daily life. Develop a mindful presence of your body by relaxing, letting go of effort. Open the focus of your attention to the borders of your body and move around throughout your day. Then relax your attention and allow your attention to engage habitually with things within your life. But always monitoring what's happening by maintaining a background peripheral awareness of your body. In this way, you never get lost within the mind. Or if you do, that's okay. As soon as you notice, you celebrate. And then you soften, relax effort, smiling, enjoying that relaxing letting go, and establish a mindful presence to begin again.